Nuclear war cannot be won.
We have one weapon alone that would destroy everything.
Some are saying nuclear disaster is right around the corner.
The clock is now 89 seconds to midnight.
Everyone should prepare.
In 1945, an American B-29 bomber dropped the world's first deployed atomic bomb over the city of Hiroshima. Then, only a few days later, the notorious Fat Man was deployed in the city of Nagasaki. This was the first and only time the world has seen a nuclear detonation in combat. After the war, it wasn't long until tensions started rising again. This time in November of 1956, during the Suez Crisis. From here, there was numerous close calls with a nuclear conflict with various parts of the world in 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, until the Cold War ended in 1991, with all the tension in between with the USA and Soviet Union. Some even speculate that the arms race is why we have such a massive scare to this day over the threat of nuclear conflict. And as the world sees more and more conflict with the looming threat of World War III, it's no wonder why everyone is so afraid that a nuclear holocaust could actually happen anywhere in the world, at any time. And now that brings us to today. The world is on edge, constantly, waiting, as if something could happen at any moment. But what are the chances that anything could happen? Imagine this for a moment. It's the year 2023, and the Russian-Ukrainian conflict sees no visible signs of slowing down. There's arguments over NATO, territory, frozen assets, and involvement from allies to only tighten the grip of reality that things are not so right in the world. The doomsday clock, which is a symbol that represents the estimated likelihood of a human-made global catastrophe, just changed its time to 90 seconds to midnight. The world then became slightly a little more on edge. The world is closer to catastrophe more than ever, and the yearly ticking of the clock shows it. Now, fast forward to January 28, 2025, and we are now 89 seconds to midnight. With the conflict between Russia and Ukraine still ongoing, and the Israel-Hamas conflict growing fears in the Middle East, it's no wonder that 2 years later we're inching more and more closer to a devastation we have never seen before, and hopefully never will. And as we're nearing the end of the first quarter in 2025, it only seems that we're inching more and more closer to the potential of nuclear war. With more ongoing wars throughout the world, the risk of World War III, and many cases of civil unrest worldwide, it seems only inevitable that it continues to escalate. However, we should always hope for the best, while also preparing for the worst. Lately, it seems that emergency preparedness, aka prepping, has taken over many communities. While it's never a bad idea to always be prepared for any situation, nuclear apocalypse is never the time to learn something new. So brush up on your skills, ally with your neighbors, and always be prepared. As we look back from August 1945 to today's modern 2020s, it's not difficult to see how we've come so close to a nuclear conflict. Hopefully, we will never experience what it would be like to endure such a catastrophe. So pay attention to the world, know the signs, and always be prepared for any situation. The idea of this short video was to ask the question, how possible is nuclear war? Looking at the research and the trend that's followed since 1945. To me, it seems we're on the brink. But let me know what you think. Do you think we're closer than ever to nuclear war? Or are we slowing down to a more calm and peaceful time? Let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching this short video. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like or subscribing. This is Haven Disaster, and we'll see you next time.